What's up, everyone? It's been 3 days since the crazy rains of New York City. Today's date is Monday, October 1st, 2023, 9:15 p.m. Temperature is 65 Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius. And I'm in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, where a lot of the flooding affected the area. Just off the D train, the 18th Avenue stop. But we're gonna see what happened with all the flooding here, or if there's any water left. I'm definitely noticing a lot of trash laying around, which could be an effect. But I'm expecting all that water to have dried up now, and people have pumped all the water out if it got anywhere. But I remember on the news they were clearly showing this area under the subway that was very flooded, especially down there. I wonder if this grocery store got flooded. Then again, as you know, New York City is a dirty place anyway, always full of trash and garbage. I don't say that proudly. ZMN, the flood happened 3 days ago. Friday early morning and pretty much the entire day. Several inches of rain fell in New York in a short period of time. I think some places even like over 8 inches of rain total. I think I've got enough time to make this light, at least to the median. Kevin Wu says it looks fine to you. I mean, it looks like a regular New York City neighborhood now. Nothing out of the ordinary. But we'll find out if there's any impact from the flooding here. Maybe some traffic lights are still out or whatever. Because from the way the media was showing it, it was out of control. Like it would take a long time for people to recover. Thanks, Tamara Britton, with $5. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. I think closer to like Bay 50th Street, that's where a lot of the water on the media was shown. You bet I could still find the watermarks. It's possible. I'm sure a lot of water went onto the sidewalk here and went into these basements. And I know the subway here was shut down for a while, but it's running fine now, the D train. Dwayne asking if they have adequate drainage systems to deal with the extra water. They do have drainage systems, but I can't say they were adequate for that day. I mean, you have sewers like this. I don't know how cleared out it is, but I have a flashlight. Yeah, it looks like just a general amount of trash. I think most of it has been cleared out already. I mean, they needed to for all that water to go someplace. Watch me shine a flashlight down here and there's a big rat that comes out. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, look at this. This is a problem, you see? Part of this isn't cleaned out. But that's where all the water went 3 days ago. But when you have as much trash as New York City does, it's really understandable why there was so much flooding here, because you have all this litter here coming into the storm drain and clogging it up. The water has no place to go until you clean all the litter out. Bonza, was it only Brooklyn that was affected? No, the whole city, the whole metro area. Long Island got affected too, Westchester, New Jersey. You can see, look, there's still some water problems here. This water is not going anywhere, it's just standing. That's a problem. That's true, ZMN. The drain does need regular maintenance and cleaning. And not just the drains too, but litter needs to be picked up on a regular basis. We can actually see how clean these storm drains are in these sewer systems. Oh really, Derek? In the basement there was a big mess? Oh my gosh. Take a look at this. This is nuts. It's easy to see why this area flooded. Look at this. There's like tons and tons of grease here. And muck down there. This is not draining anywhere. They gotta clean this one out. Now you know why there was so much flooding here, because storm drains, they got all clogged up with litter and grease and whatever. They've not maintained. And that's why I wanted to come down here to just investigate to see what happened. Not only that, but this is a busy commercial street too. On a busy street like this, there's going to be more litter, people taking stuff from the restaurants, plastic cups, utensils, whatever, and it'll get stuck in these sewers. And frankly, that's what I don't like about some of the people here in New York, just to be frank. They're litter bugs. They don't really care for the environment, and once they're done consuming something, they'll just throw it on the street. Or maybe they have mental issues, and that's another thing. Oh my gosh. Look at this. All this litter here. It's just standing water too. And over here too, Starbucks, look at this. Right next to Starbucks. There's a lot of flooding that happened in this area, right at the subway station. Oh, there's a cellar that's open. Water definitely got in there, look. You can see it, that cardboard is clearly wet. This doesn't look to be a very big storm drain, but let's shine a light down here, see what's in there. A lot of grease down there. And it smells too. It smells like rotten grease. Now you know why it flooded here. I remember on the news they show the water like right over here. I'm not sure if it went up over the median, but it was definitely covering the whole street. And it got into the basement too. What about this one? Yeah, there's a lot of litter down there. I see a Kit Kat candy wrapper, Snapple bottle. So disgusting. Yeah, DC 322, I know. Park Slope also got hit pretty bad. I don't think we need to really ask further why this area flooded so easily. One, the heavy rains were a major part of it, but also number two, just the amount of trash and grease and debris clogging up the sewer system. The water has nowhere to go. And if it did, it'd go slowly. These are the new sanitation bins that the city's trying out. Mirror says waste management is a global crisis. I mean, think about it. We produce so much garbage on a daily basis. All that has to go somewhere. Not all of it can get buried under the ground and forgotten about in a landfill. I don't know how many of these restaurants they got flooded. I ate at this restaurant before, the new Choi Fook restaurant. Hi. They also have a basement. Yeah, that's true, Daryl. Some garbage is turned into energy. Some of it can be burned too. You definitely don't want to be burning toxic compounds like rubber. ZMN says this part of town looks like it's about to go to sleep. Well, it's 9 o'clock at night on a weekday. Where do you expect people to be? Chipotle. Looks like they're just closing up now. Yeah, shiny red flag. You definitely don't want to be burning plastic either. This one's not that bad. It looks fine over here. But back there by the 20th Avenue station, that was pretty bad. A lot of grease in that sewer system. Yeah, you bring up a good point, Ethan. You honestly wonder how much flood damage our streets can take. The city's literally crumbling underneath us. I think there was a news story like a month ago. There was like a 120-year-old pipe in Times Square that burst, and the water main flooded the entire street and the subway system there. But it's a massive problem keeping all the utilities running in New York, the water system. Right now the city is constructing a new water tunnel. I don't know when that's going to be done. Looks like it's still wet here. This one's not that bad. This one's okay too. Mostly leaves in there and paper, but paper can be disintegrated and decomposed. Johnny, is Lenny's Pizzeria local, taken by another business already? I didn't think to show it. It was next to the Starbucks before, so maybe if you rewind the stream, you can see what it turned into. But yeah, that was the old Lenny's location. New Golden Bay. Still serving customers now at this time. Osflagger says, you're scaring me doing highlighted sewer close-ups. Well, it's important to know why this area flooded so easily. All you have to see is just the amount of litter on the street and how clogged up some of those sewers are. The water has no place to go and it just backs up, just like your kitchen sink. Calvin Cheng says this area is very close to the water, so maybe elevation played as well. Yeah, it's certainly possible. It's a low-lying area of Brooklyn. The water is actually not too far away from here. Maybe I can swing a right here and show you. We can walk to the water. Well, this is certainly a sad sight to see. Look over there. I think they might be living there with all their belongings underneath the subway. Well, let's head down this way towards the water. shiny red flag. Thank you so much. £2. Thanks for the interesting content, AK. Appreciate it. Thank you. It's going to be pretty quiet until I get to the water. Not many people are still up. The Wizard asking if they ever clean those drains out. They're supposed to. The city has them on a regular maintenance schedule. You can also contact 311, which is the city's like city hotline, and report it to be cleaned out. I think they have it like a catch basin complaint or something like that. But a lot of times people, they just, have it as an afterthought to check the catch basin or the sewer system. You kind of just expect them to work. Thank you, Douglas Fatilia with $2. Aloha, AK. Appreciate your hard work. Stay safe. And CNS with a $2 super chat as well. Enjoyed your NYC walks for years. Appreciate CNS and Douglas. Thank you so much. Jeff says, what do you mean not many people are still up? I mean, walking around the streets here, it's not going to be as active. That's what I should have said. Moon Pop asking how high were the waters around here and cause havoc in general. I only saw from the news reports how high the water got. They got to like at least the bottom of the storefront and the doors there. This part of Brooklyn is known as Bath Beach. I like that bike, all the different lights. Also, I saw on social media too, some of these buses, they got flooded. Cars got stalled in the water, but the buses, they were able to go through, but they were flooding also inside. So the waterfront is just 3 blocks away. We can walk the entirety of Bay Parkway to the end. Yeah, Jerry, it was not fun to see all the flooded buses on Instagram. Might be trash day for these folks. Dirt level asking how bad do you think the hole is? Yeah, that's a neighborhood on the border of Brooklyn and Queens, low-lying area that isn't connected to the New York City sewer system. So whatever water there just stands there. I'm sure it got hit pretty bad. Susan, you wonder how many apartments and houses got flooded? I'm sure there are a few here. If I notice any basement apartments or residences, I'll let you know. Not too sure how badly this part got flooded, but I know near the subway it definitely did. It's possible this might have gotten flooded through the gate and downstairs. Oh wow, look at this. They're growing tomatoes here on the front yard. But knowing how disrespectful some people are, they'll probably reach over and grab a tomato even though it's not theirs. I really dislike people who pick flowers and vegetables from other people's property that aren't theirs. Let's check out that sewer because it looks like there's a lot of litter in the entrance. Part of it has to do with that overflowing garbage can there. So this is what happens, folks. Direct result of the trash not being picked up. Overflows, and where does it go? This is why you get flooding. And what's down there? I don't know if you can see it, but I can. Plastic bottles. That's not going anywhere. Holy smokes. Some driver almost got rear-ended. I mean, there's so many quality of life issues in the city. This is a massive city to run. And people take it for granted that the city services are there when they need them. But when sewer cleaning isn't around, trash pickups are missed, it starts to become a big problem. And case in point, the video I published this morning, Roosevelt Avenue in Corona and Jackson Heights, Queens. There's sidewalk vendors set up everywhere. People are selling everything, and I'm sure not all of them have the proper permits to do so. And not only that, there's a active red light district there. right where families are walking around with children. Thank you, Jay Allen, with $5. Appreciate the support, Jay Allen. Appreciate the support. All right, so we're only 1 block away from the water now. This is Cropsey Avenue. Caesars Bay is very close by. Oh really, Johnny Chang? They're starting to give tickets at 8th Avenue, Chinatown to prevent the hawkers from taking much of the sidewalk for themselves. Okay. Low Blast says 86th Street was flooded pretty badly. Yeah, I was just there. I think I may walk back there after going to Caesars Bay here. I'm sure this park got flooded too. Lost Fly Girl had no idea about the red light district in New York. Yeah, it's pretty obvious now. People are standing outside stores, and there's even one point where I walk by, you can hear it in the video, this woman asks massage to people just walking by. Okay, Caesars Bay, right past the Belt Parkway. There's a Target here. There's also a Kohl's and a Wendy's as well. I wonder if this shopping center got flooded out or not. I know 86th Street got hit pretty hard, but what about here by the water itself? This body of water coming up separates the mainland part of Brooklyn from Coney Island. Cynthia says it's actually Bensonhurst by that mall. I thought it was Bath Beach. Bensonhurst, I think the border is 86th Street. But then again, I've heard people interchange this area too. Bath Beach and Bensonhurst. I've done it too. Here's the big shopping center. Os Fly Girl says, not okay. NYC is a hub of progress, education, and thought leaders. Human rights are a priority. It's pretty sad that we have to witness all these quality of life issues in the city. Yeah, I saw that, Ethan. This used to be Toys R Us, now it's Target. This is where a lot of people do their shopping. Mira and Tanzo, you've watched all videos of New York City flooding, and basically the main culprit are trashes that has been throwing irresponsibly. I mean, that's unfortunate truth, I have to say. After going on 86th Street and looking at those sewers, they're all clogged. Oh, by the way, you ever wonder why there's so many rats in New York too? That's all bread, chips, or potato chips, or crisps if you're in the UK, right? Since I featured Gordon Ramsay fish and chips. Okay, here we are at the shoreline. Let's see what happened here. Not the most kept shoreline, as you can see. Lots of trash here. Looks pretty normal here for New York City standards, but it's a standard that not too proud of. That's the Verrazano Narrows Bridge connecting Brooklyn and Staten Island. People are fishing here too. Over there is Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. And right across the bridge is Staten Island, Fort Wadsworth area. See what's going down there. Keith says no gators. Yeah, definitely no gators here. I think I'm gonna head back to 86th Street because that's where I know a lot of the flooding happened, and also it's closer to the train too. I don't know how late this shopping center stays open. Oh, Lowell Blair stays open till 11. It's pretty late then. Keith Savage says they have a worse spy. Yeah, I can attest to that. Best Buy doesn't always have the best prices. I know, Heidi, floodwaters can recede as quickly as they rise. You really need to be there in the moment. Very true. Yeah, Frank, I did see that Southern State Parkway as well as the Bronx River Parkway. They all got flooded too. FDR Drive and the subway system. Many of those images and videos were shared on social media. Calvin says the N train in Brooklyn is always the last one to restore service after a weather disaster. Yeah, because it's below the street. I can see why all the water would get in there. The D train is elevated. The B and Q, they're partially elevated as well. The F is elevated. Oh, Frank, you felt bad because your cousin lives in Murray Hill neighborhood and had to travel to financial district where he works. I don't know what train he had to take. Most of the subway lines on that day were delayed and had problems. Guess I'll walk. Yakko Warner, you never saw that mall? Isn't that in Brooklyn, Staten Island, or Queens? That is Caesars Bay and Bath Beach, or Bensonhurst. I don't really know the impacts of the flooding over here, but definitely know 86th Street got hit pretty bad. That's where a lot of damage was done. Martin Harmon says streets and sidewalks looks almost clean. Hi, how are you? Thank you. Did your place get flooded? Not too much? Okay, that's good, yeah. I'm looking for all like the flooding here, like the sewers and stuff. Okay. Yeah, all right, take care. So their place didn't get flooded too much, they're saying. It was mostly 86th Street. Michael Charles, you're glad the flooding is over. You felt bad seeing that on the news. It was horrible experiencing it. It impacted me as well because I couldn't take the train into Manhattan. Also, as many of you know, have to deal with a leaking roof too. Thankfully, all that rain stopped, and I can go up to see the roof. Yeah, Johnson's, I know. 86th Street and 23rd Avenue got hit the worst. Very close to 86th Street now. I'm gonna walk back there. JM doesn't see many gas stations. There's a few here. Here's a BP 389 for regular. Same with the Sunoco. Don't really know how the flooding would affect gas as well. I'm sure that can be a problem if water gets into the gas pumps and contaminates it. Yeah, shiny red flag water damage can be a big problem if it's not caught early, for sure. I'm glad I was able to take a walk to the water there to check it out. All in all, it seemed pretty calm down there. For some reason, I get the impression that that area down there by Caesars Bay didn't really get affected that much as over here on 86th Street. Congratulations, 400,000 subscribers. Do I have 400,000 subscribers now? Yes, I do. 400,001 subscribers. That's awesome. Thank you everyone here who subscribed for helping me on this journey. This is an amazing moment. I never thought my channel would get to 400,000 subscribers. This is insane. I still remember when I had like less than 1,000 and I thought my YouTube channel wasn't going to go anywhere. At first, I didn't think anyone was going to watch my videos. I was like, who's going to watch an annoying guy walking around just yapping about nothing or showing streets? But as luck would have it, that wasn't the case. A lot of people are interested in this kind of content. Robert Saberwall, thank you so much for $20. Appreciate it, Robert. Thank you so much. Also, it was nice meeting you in San Francisco too, and thanks for helping to moderate as well. I know the moderators here, they do a great job keeping the chat clean and keeping people in their place when it gets chaotic. So I understand. YouTube experiment? No. All the sewer drains didn't get cleaned yet. Some of them did, but not all. Oh, Gina, thanks for $20. I did it, 400K subs. Appreciate it, Gina. Also, If Riley's watching as well, Riley's her dog. Hi to you. Thank you. YouTube experiment says, I guess I showed them earlier. Yeah, I could show them again. I'm gonna walk on the other side of the street this time. Thanks SF Cynthia for $19.99. Appreciate the support, SF Cynthia. Also, thank you so much for meeting me in San Francisco and driving me back. That was awesome. Oh, Riley says congratulations. Thanks, Gina. CNS 499. Congrats, AK. New YouTube plaque coming. Appreciate CNS. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, no new YouTube plaque. That's gonna have to wait till we get to 1 million subscribers, which is a long shot, but I'm almost there, right? Much closer than 1,000 or 100,000 subscribers. Thanks, Connie. Connie E. with a $10 super chat. Okay, back to 86th Street, Bay Parkway subway station. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. It's not how you represent it. Your style is showing content is respectfully, always show kindness to people. Thanks, Lorraine. This restaurant's decorating for Halloween already. So cool. All right, we have trash cleanup now. Let's check out the other side. We can go this way. Tiger King, this is the D train. Goes between Coney Island and Norwood in the Bronx. I guess going this way too, I can also show the Lenny's Pizzeria because someone asked about it. I'm curious what happened to it too, if it turned into anything. Oh wow, this is crazy. Just a lot of random stuff here. Always noisy in New York, especially when you're walking underneath the train like this. Mike Baker, 20 bucks. Congrats on 400,000. You're a true professional. Thank you, Mike. Really appreciate it. Glad you appreciate my professionalism. Manhattan bound D train. Manhattan bound D train. 20th Avenue is next. St. Cloud closing northeast. Christian Hansen, thank you so much for $2. No sleep till Brooklyn. Appreciate it, Christian. Thank you so much. Philip Stream, thank you for the 99 cents. Appreciate it, Philip. Thank you. And also, Caddy Tanty with 5,000 Korean won. Appreciate it, Caddy Tatty. Now, what is this supposed to be? Is this electric? Yeah, I don't know, but I'm sure this got flooded too and affected the traffic signals, I guess, around here. Richard asked if I ever find money on the streets. You used to in the 90s and early 2000s, but nowadays you rarely will find money on the streets. If you're talking about small change, then you're always going to find pennies, dimes, and nickels. Quarters, rarely. Thank you, Blake46 with $6.99 Canadian, and Leonard Jones with $5. Thank you, Leonard Jones. And Blake46, onward to 500,000 subscribers. 500,000, wow. Big goal. I heard Cat Bryant, flooding was terrible, areas on the south of Long Island and 5 towns areas. Also the highways too got flooded. Yeah, what are these things? I definitely know this got flooded. Oh, Con Edison. Wow, this is a big problem. Water and electricity, they won't mix. And I'm sure whatever water went in there was an amazing amount of water that day. That definitely would have done something. It seems like most of the electricity is back on though. So Con Edison, which is the local utility here, they did a good job restoring all the electricity and utilities. Mirror says money on the streets. I guess they'll pretend to be blind, we'll find it first. Well, these days, less and less people are using cash to pay for stuff, so you're not going to really find too much cash on the streets anymore. I don't even remember the last time I picked up like $5, $10, $1. It's been a while now. Yes, Holden. This is a part of Chinatown. This is the 86th Street Chinatown. Wow, Karen Smith with a $50 super chat. Congratulations, so happy for you. AK, thank you, Karen Smith. It's so nice, appreciate it. Where's the sewer here? I don't even see one. Isn't it supposed to be over here? What? Did it go down there or? I don't even see a sewer here on this side of the street. Is it down there? Wow. No wonder why this street got flooded too. One side of the corner doesn't even have a sewer system, but this side does. I didn't even realize that until I walked by. I'm looking for it. I guess not every corner needs a sewer grate. So Lenny's Pizzeria is coming up pretty soon. I think it's that one right there. Is Lenny's Starbucks now? Or maybe it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one, the one that's all boarded up. This used to be Lenny's Pizzeria. For those of you wondering. YouTube experiment, was it any good? It was pretty good. I mean, that place was iconic for being the setting of Saturday Night Fever, where John Travolta asks for 2 slices and he eats them both at one time. ABCD1 with $10. Thank you, ABCD1. Really appreciate it. And Electric Fox, $10. Congrats. 400,000, my friend. You're staying and your friend for a week in Brooklyn. We'll be going to other boroughs too, October 15 to 20. And I was wondering, do you think the flooding will affect that trip badly? Oh no, flooding is all finished now. The city's pretty much back to normal. I'm sure all the places that you'd like to go to, the big malls and commercial places, they had enough pumps and everything to get rid of all the water and stuff, but it's mainly the, I think the private residences that had water flooding their basement that still need a lot of work to do. But the subways aren't delayed anymore. Electric Fox says thanks a bunch. Oh yeah, you're welcome. I'm sure all the restaurants, they had pumped all the water out already and everything, so shouldn't be a problem. All right, so over here, this is where the D train makes a turn and follows New Utrecht Avenue from 86th Street. Desert Fox is going to Dyker Heights. Oh no, not really. It goes up to Borough Park. Dyker Heights is a little bit further on 86th Street, towards like 12th Avenue, 11th Avenue, like that. This is 18th Avenue, so it's a little bit of a walk from here. There is a bus that runs along 86th Street. I've taken it before. I've taken the B1 bus from the station that runs along to Dyker Heights. It might even be like good to visit Dyker Heights for the Halloween season. Not sure if all those residences are finished decorating yet. It's still the beginning of October. Oh, here's the B1 bus now. I'm gonna wait for this light though, because it's a tricky corner. I hate it when you walk under a subway and it's right where it turns. You get all these squeaking noises. That's a sound that you don't forget. Ooh. Have to be at the right time there, right? Joy says try staying at a place where planes fly by every few hours. That can get annoying too. I've done that. Overfilled garbage bin. There's some garbage by that bus stop there. Holy smokes. What is going on here? More garbage here. There's one boot over here for some reason. The other boot is over here. And then what's up with all of this? This is so disgusting. That's New York City for you. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Yuck. Anyway, I think I've had enough of this garbage and I'm gonna take the train now. The train station's right over there, 18th Avenue. And now you know why this area flooded. I mean, this is okay because they're in bins, but all that litter was just strewn around all over the place. All right, folks, I'm gonna call it a night here. It was good to get down to South Brooklyn to see what happened down here. I appreciate all of your support. Can't believe I've made it to 400,000 subscribers. It's a huge milestone. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. That way we can get to 1 million subscribers faster. And I will see you next time. Bye everyone. Take care.